What's up, guys? So Jared wanted to take some time to talk to you about the mistakes he made when it comes to exercise and lifting weights, nutrition, and everything. Because you've always been big into fitness.
Yep, always big meathead.
Big into working out. And but he, you're doing what you thought was the best, and then he went all in, doing what we do. But anyhow, I'm just gonna let him explain what he went through, because the big reason is because a lot of people do this exact same thing. So hopefully you watch this or share this, and it prevents other people from making the exact same mistake. So
yeah, and then we're gonna have my pictures too from before coming to Eupraxia and after Eupraxia. So I'll explain that first picture of where I kind of was and what my training regimen was like, and nutrition too before coming to Eupraxia. So that first picture was on a bulk phase. So I always got my advice from social media, Safari, just Google searches, and a lot of it's just really poor, bad advice that's just been over and over said, and there's really no reason for it. And I know Steve talks about it all the time in his videos. Muscle magazines, it's kind of the same thing, same workouts that they preach and nutrition. So the workouts, during that first picture, I was working out probably an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours a day, 5 days, 6 days a week. That's what I was doing on that picture. And my nutrition, I counted macros and calories because that's just what I was taught. But at the same time, it was a lot of junk too. So you talked about getting away with, how much can you get away with?
Yeah, I think a lot of diet plans aren't. The question isn't what do I need to be healthy. The question is what diet can I follow so I can get away with eating junk foods and still look good? Right.
And so that's where I was. As long as I hit the macros and the calories, I was good. I would eat clean most of the time, but then I would have cheat days where I just eat pizza and ice cream all day, but I hit the calories for the week, and that's all that really mattered to me because that's what I thought was good.
So you you never came through this pizza and ice cream is unhealthy. It's just it fits my macros, so we're good.
Well, if I'm being honest, I knew it was bad.
Oh, all right.
But it was
but it fit macros, so that justified
macros.
it.
But it was these on Instagram and stuff. That's what they say they're doing. They're saying, oh, you can eat this stuff, you can get away with it. But a lot of it's just lies, just smoke and mirrors, make it look good. But that's not actually what they're doing.
So everyone knows there's a lot more steroids and cheating out there than you can imagine. Yeah. So a lot of these people, they're taking steroids, they're cheating, they're taking pills, and then giving credit to their magic workout supplements, whatever, eating plans.
Mm-hmm. A lot of it too, a lot of the stuff that I was taught in pre-strong was you gotta put on a bunch of weight to put on muscle, and then they would always say if you put on fat with the muscle, that's going to happen. But I went to kind of an extreme in that photo. I really pushed it. And, I was in that cycle where I was, bulking up a lot of times, the winter, cut down for the summer, and just, every year doing that. And it just don't feel good. I just don't feel good at all. And then the switch happened when I came here. I had to do an internship for school. So I came here, and I didn't really want to be here. I think I talked about that in my internship testimonial too, but I didn't really want to be here. I was going to kind of do the internship and then leave. Lindsay said I had to do a minimum of 4 workouts a week, so that's what I did. I did the minimum, and I did that for a while, and then internship actually started, because that was before the internship, and I decided to just kind of go all in, and because part of the hours was, the workout count as an hour in the internship, so I went all in. I did 5-6 days a week, which 6 days maybe a little bit too much, but I did 6 days a week, and of the workouts here. And then I followed the nutrition plan to a T, took it all in on it, and the results were just better than I ever had before. I looked better, and I was stronger. The big thing was I was stronger, and I just felt better. But then as a side effect, I looked better.
It's real quick, just to emphasize for dudes out there, you got stronger even though you're not doing in-group fitness.
Yeah.
Not spending 2 hours in a gym bulk phasing, right? You get stronger.
I mean, if you do the math, it was 5 or 6 days a week, hour and a half.
It's a lot of time.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Damn near 10 hours a week.
Or at least over 5, almost 10 hours a week. And now 2.5 hours a week, maybe, depending on how much I had. Probably more closer to 2 hours a week, and stronger than I ever was. We just talked this morning, actually. Used to bench all the time. I don't bench anymore. I did 6 months without bench, and then I went doing the workouts here. And then I went and worked out with a buddy, and he was doing bench. So I hopped on the bench and I actually did more weight than I was doing previously. And I don't even bench anymore. But I've just gotten stronger without even having to do that.
So like overall, yeah, we talked about this, but so by switching to clean eating and this type of training, you've gotten stronger. Mm-hmm. You have less body fat. Your bloating's gone. Yeah,
that was one thing. I was always really bloated. It would actually be a joke with my friends. I kind of could push up my gut pretty far, so I'd always joke around about that. But then it went away, so I can't do it anymore, so I'm kind of happy about that.
Right, your bloat's gone. And then here's the crazy thing. Because, and you didn't touch this, but I'm going to bring it up because it's so important. So anyone who follows like Muscle Magazine, whatever advice, pretty much going to be on protein shakes, pre-workout drinks, amino acids, post-workout drinks, like all this nonsense you absolutely do not need. And in my opinion, you should take all that money and spend it on quality food, which the problem with that is I can't make any money off that, right? Nor can any of these influencers out there make money, right? So if I am making money for Mr. Quillen and other grocery store owners out there by telling you to get food, but since you've done that, are you saving money overall?
Yeah, overall saving money. I forgot to touch on that. I use protein shakes, creatine powder, pre-workout, all of it, and I don't use any of that anymore. Coffee. It's pre-workout, and that's about it. And
every pre-workout, by the way, is just a caffeine delivery system with a bunch of nonsense attached to it. So just have dark coffee. And then on that note, you guys, and just we got to accept where we are in life, right? So I am an athlete of life. You know what I mean? A lot of times we see athletes, high-level athletes, super high-level athletes doing protein shakes, creatines, muscle pop, whatever. That's not us, man. It's a very, very different thing. So be careful who you compare yourself to. All right, if you're an athlete of life, getting adequate amounts of protein is easy. So whatever money you're thinking, I could make so much money off this, and I'm not, right? So I think you can believe me. But whatever money you're thinking about buying for amino acids, branched chain amino acids, collagen powders, protein powders, but whatever, just go buy quality whole foods. It's gonna be so much better in every way imaginable.
And that's it's something I hear all the time is that it's cost money to buy that healthy food.
Right.
That costs so much money. But then like you're saying, like you cut out the protein and stuff and just buy the healthy food. It might cost more than the food that you're buying otherwise. But overall, without taking out the protein, you're saving money in the long run.
It's an overall savings too. And then one thing too, when you buy quality whole foods, you stay full longer. You're more satiated, so you eat less overall without even trying. And I mean, damn near everybody's like they're amazed on how inexpensive healthy eating can be relative to what they thought it could be beforehand. But I guess too. And then what was your goals? Like purpose is important, right? So why did you used to live? And even currently, like what's the motivation behind it?
Yeah, purposely before was like I just wanted to look good. No. I would say it was for health reasons, but I really just wanted to look good.
Which is very, very common for especially younger, but most people, it's aesthetics come before health, which I like to shoot for health, and you just look good as a side effect. But.
Yeah, and that's what I just wanted to look good. So killing myself in the gym an hour and a half a week and just, yeah. Now the purpose has kind of shifted. I just want to be healthy, be a good role model. I have 9 nieces and nephews, for those that don't know. It's 4 older sisters. And so I think about them a lot. I just want to be a good role model for them. I kind of adopted that from you and your videos of like, you do it for your kids' sake and stuff like that, doing it for that reason. And then just be healthy longer. Like, I don't know. You think about being a grandpa, but I think about, being a dad someday too. And that's my purpose now, is just for health reasons. And a side effect of that, I mean, you can look for yourself at the pictures, which one do I look better? And when I'm focusing on health or focusing on just like trying to get as big as possible.
You look better, you feel better, you save money. Everything's win-win-win. And here's one of my goals, and I see it in other people. Like, you face up, you're going to look older, right? You can't prevent that. But there's dudes out there, they're like 80-some years old, and they look old from here up, but their body looks like a healthy 35-year-old dude. That's 100% achievable and possible. I think too many people, because it's just so common nowadays, and it's not good, but it's so common that aging is associated with immobility, pain, nothing but doctor's visits, and it doesn't have to be that way. Like, aging can be amazing. You can have a very active, fit, very active, strong life, 80, 90 years old, and I would rather have that. So hence the But I was like you when I was younger. I didn't think about that. It was all about I hated losing. That was my big driver. Girls and performance, right? You don't. After a while, you start thinking a little bit more longevity. So you're ahead of the game on that, which is good. But overall, like the moral of the video, hopefully, like you went all in. Yeah. There's like no going back, right? Like why would you? So just go all in at any age, and you're how old are you now?
23.
So super young, right? And this applies to parents out there. If you got teenagers, like they don't need, because I get asked all the time, protein shakes, creatine, muscle powders, none of that shit. Buy him whole food. Like my kid, he's loving sports and whatever. I'm not going to get him any of that stuff. He's going to train here with me, maybe do some sports specific stuff in the future, but we're going to eat super good whole foods without all that other. We're going to follow this plan. Like it's just really works. Anything else you want to add?
Well, I would just say like you're saying, like just go. I would challenge anyone. Like we have the 6-week challenge, but my challenge would be to actually go all in on it. And like follow the meal plan to a T. Don't cheat at all for 6 weeks. Do the workouts every week for 6 weeks, and then after that, see where you're at. Because I have a hard time believing, like if you did that and went all in, that you would want to go back to the other way. Because it's so much more efficient. I have so much more time to spend with friends and family now, and I feel better. I'm stronger. Like it's fun. One thing I used to struggle with is I could never get anyone to go lifting with me for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
It's a long time.
Why?
But how many pull-ups could you do before, and how many could you do now?
Oh, I think it was maybe like 5. Now I could bump out like probably 20.
That's a big jump.
A little over 20. Yeah, big jump.
And then on the working out too, this is extremely important, and it happens all the time, especially with new folks. It's very common. Is it's like, well, I'm going to work out 6 days a week, and then I'm going to go work out of the Y too, and I'm going to do all this. You don't need to. 100% don't need to. I'm not doing it. Are you doing that? No. When you do work out, if you're like, get after it. Like really get after it. Not always. Like if you're feeling good and you're ready to like push through that, just like really get uncomfortable. And if you're feeling, some days you might not be feeling great or whatever, then going through the motions is awesome. But would you agree that, like, instead of doing more often, more time, when you are working out, like, make it a workout?
Yeah, just grab that heavier weight and, like, push a little extra harder and, like, yeah, that's all you need.
Heavier weight and or higher pace and or get more reps in the same amount of time and or, like, when you're doing something, instead of trying to avoid the burn and avoid the pain, I don't even like to call it pain. It's like, it's not pain. It's like it's satisfaction or something I'm shooting for. Like, go for it. See how much you can push into it. And then after the workout, just be proud of yourself for giving maximal effort.
Yeah. Well, and two, I think I was kind of touching, I think I got lost in it. But like I couldn't get anyone to come with me for an hour and a half. So, and I always wanted friends to lift with, because for me, I mean, that's why it's
fun.
My job. Social. Like, it's fun. It's fun for me to work out. But I can never get anyone to come with me. Now, every time I work out, I'm working out with friends. No matter when I come during the day, what class it is, I know people, and it's just a good time, like social after and before the workout, even during the workout, joking around and stuff.
It's fun. Yeah, one of the problems is, a lot of people need to motivate themselves to go work out. I have to motivate myself not to sometimes, because it's so much fun. Like, I could do it every day, but your body needs recovery. That's one thing too. As you get older, you need a little bit more time to warm up and a little bit longer recovery time. It's just part of it. You got to adjust as you go. Oh, some of you are freaks out there and you don't seem to need rest days, but I sure do. Anything else any tidbits you want to add? I'm sure
to that? I could go on forever, but yeah.
I guess the moral of the story is, like, I know it's hard because there's just so much conflicting information out there. The problem is most information has an end goal to sell you some stupid shit. And it just is, right? And a lot of people get duped, and it's unfortunate. I am 100,000 million% convinced you're better off taking any money you're thinking about spending on any proteins, anything, just buying really quality whole foods. Focus on eating quality whole foods, and like just promise yourself you'll go all in, just 6 weeks at a time. Like just 6 weeks, and see how good you can feel. I think you'd agree. And I mean, one of the things, I just want people to feel how good you can really feel.
Yeah.
Like, I feel it's so great how good, and I just want other people to experience, like, you know what I mean? It's like you just feel good and energized and up early, sleep well. It's so good. And my true underlying goal is this is gonna sound, but like if adults want to poison themselves, I really don't care. My thing is when adults poison themselves and they pass it on to kids, that bothers me. So like, you know, at least help your kids go all in and always have good food around and stay active, and because they're always watching and they're always learning. But yeah, that's good. Hopefully someone is just gonna watch this and go all in.
Yeah.
And if you do, send Jared a message.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I would love that.